Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat. It is Thursday, the 10th of September, 2020. Welcome to everyone in the live stream. Everyone's just getting back in on the chat because it was a bit of a misfire when we got started. There may have been a lack of audio. Some people might feel that's a huge improvement to what we've got going on. But I'm a stickler on the YouTube, audio and visual opportunities. Hope everything's well. Not much huge news in Star Wars, but we've got some fun stuff to talk about. And then maybe later on, we'll see what Corey's up to on his live stream and cross the streams, perhaps. There's a new Mattel Babu Frik toy. We'll have a look at that, maybe. That is some good action. I hope everyone is well. Not all is well, though. I just wanted to say something up top, primarily, dominantly, and okay, just to us guys in Star Wars fandom, and that is if a fellow fan, and especially if a fellow lady fan, woman fan, wants to sort of get some distance between you and them, whether it's unfollowing or blocking or whatever, just respect that that's their decision. And everyone, you know, you might think it's unfair, but everyone's got a lot of things going on in their lives. And if this person decides that their experience online will just be a little bit more carefree with them doing stuff, you know, away from you, doing their own thing, then just respect that that's their feelings. It's not such a big deal that it's worth following up on. Maybe think about why they've made that decision and maybe choose to learn from that in how you interact with your other Twitter friends down the line. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. I also want to just make sure that the sound's on in the chat. So let us know and we'll move on from that. So yeah, just be mindful of that. And, you know, if your friend message, oh, this person blocked me, you know, just maybe tell them to like, oh, let it go. And we'll make things just a little bit, you don't have to be down with every person. It will rot your brain. That is the path of the dark side, to worry too much about these unfollows and stuff like that. So just let people do their thing. The chat is not replying to me, so I am going to write a message. Can you hear me? And I spelt here wrong, so I will correct that. Okay, Kieran says, I sound good. Glad I don't use Twitter. Okay. Twitter can be really fun. You've just got to curate it to just, I don't know, it's in the end, it ends up pointless. So let's just do our thing. Hey, yesterday we were talking about Daisy Ridley's interview and the evolving nature of the Rise of Skywalker script, and we talked about, what are people online talking about, how, you know, George Lucas did it on the fly and stuff like that. And we sort of put up our views about that. And I'm trying to post up like a highlight clip of, you know, talking points in each episode. And if anyone's like into video editing and can do it a couple of times a week, just to snip out a 2-minute 20 clip get in touch with us, or maybe do one and show me that you can do it, and then I can use the clip. It's great. But anyway, so I posted this up, just like a 2-minute 20 clip of me talking about some thoughts on the differences of how the make it up as you go along styles of the OT differ from the sequel trilogy, and why no one other than George Lucas should try it that way. And then we had some, pretty good feedback from crew, but I was interested in this. Timothy Drennan says he's checked out the clip, and that's on the previous Hyperchat, the one before this, or you can just go to the link on my Twitter. It's up the top if you want to check out that video. He says, really interesting perspective on that. And I'd like to preface not picking a fight. Great. It actually helped clarify other views for me. Because for me, I never cared who Rey was. The first trailer, "Who are you?" was answered, "I am no one." I took that as is, so any layers added to her identity, what it was to be nobody versus being a Palpatine versus becoming a Skywalker, were just exactly that for me, more layers. Which I feel in the context of the 77 to 83 was the same. Luke was a nobody. Oh, his father was a Jedi. Oh, his father is Vader. Oh, there is another. Thanks for hitting us up. There's nothing I like better than an opposing view that is also not picking for a fight, because that's what I discussing all this stuff is what is fun for me. Oh, Aaron Taylor says, no, it is not a paying gig. Sorry, Aaron. It's just if someone's got some spare time. I appreciate being a professional. I just need some amateur help. But if you want to become a hobbyist again, if you want to downgrade back to amateur, get at me. What were we talking about? Oh, so he didn't see it that way, that he thought it was answered. And I can see how he could think that. But the thing was, and, maybe that's a difference between, especially at the time, just eating as many J.J. Abrams interviews and director's chats and any tidbit of information he could sort of give to us about the mysteries of The Force Awakens. I was just like, And in those chats, it was such like a talked about thing, something that he encouraged. Remember, I wonder who he said that he whispered in a little girl's ear. I think it was in New York, who Rey's parents were. I don't think it's answered at all. Like when you go to the Force back, and it keeps. Yeah, I sort of like. I appreciate your opinion on it, but I kind of disagree on that one. But I'm really happy that I put it forward in a way that someone with an opposing view, which such a level head, came to hit me. He also adds, I think I'm able to accept things as they come, because to me, the narrative has always been adding more, but I'm glad to understand a little bit better why it's not easy for everyone to accept. And that's a very interesting thing about Star Wars fans. And I always like to, like if someone thinks a certain way, I like to hear their reasoning and go, oh, okay, well, I could see how it worked out, why you'd think it like that. Like I totally see how some people look at like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi and think he should have been a lot more, ignite the greenie. Like, that's what I was expecting as well. And I could see how the story could go either way, because there's There's 20 made up years in the middle, and you decide what happens in those made up years. One of my favorite things is checking out the Google News and seeing what's at the top. And today, there is, like, a lot of the other articles are about Daisy Ridley's interview. Polygon, Star Wars Origins kept changing until the end of The Rise of Skywalker. That's the other thing. It's changing in the middle of the film. Oof. Daisy Ridley, digital spy Daisy Ridley addresses potential return as Rey. Kind of an afterthought in this interview. If Josh Gad wasn't such a Star Wars fan, we may have just got that. Are you going to return as Rey? And she went for she thinks she's tied the bow, but a never say never thing. So I don't want to, like, I'm not interested at the moment in any sort of new you investigations into the post The Rise of Skywalker period. But to take 10 years off or whatever, and then come back with Star Wars 10 and, you know, lock down a filmatic continuation, that would be great. CNN says Daisy Ridley reawakens the Star Wars debate over Rey's lineage. Thor Love and Thunder to use Star Wars Mandalorian's volume technology for filming. Oh, we'll check this out in a second. Adidas Ultra Boost Yoda sneaker, but I like this one, New York Post, which is, as far as I know about the New York Post, they're very dramatic with their covers. And this article is Star Wars fans freak out. Oh no, sorry, Star Wars fans freak over Daisy Ridley's explosive Rey Kenobi revelations. I can't argue. I feel like I freaked out. And while we're freaking out, this is a great pun. Let's check out Mattel's Babu Frik on StarWars.com. Article by Kristen Baver, who does tons of stuff. Myriad, I believe it is, this type's a little small, 1066. I definitely wouldn't mind returning to the Star Wars time frame in a decade or so. Me too. Emily Lynn says, I can't stop looking at this Babu Frik. And that is what's on the screen now for our YouTube viewers. The weird thing about this, can anyone, I'm going to just start with this and someone can chime in. Is it defined? Like this Babu Frik thing, it's amazing. It's killer. I'm tempted. There's been some good uses of the license this week. That Cantina Lego set and now Babu Frik. I guess it's all, you know, based around what they probably would have released information for at Celebration. But can anyone look at this article on StarWars.com and tell me if it says the size of the Babu Frik? I hope that it is a life-size scale Babu Frik replica. It for those just listening to the pod, it's like a plastic-headed Babu Frik with these little goggles turned up, and then the rest of his body is plush. And he's got a little hydro spanner. If you press his foot, he says Babu Frik items. This is sweet. Whew. StarWars.com. Designing toys has a tremendous lead time from when you're first sketching the idea, from when it hits store shelves. How much did you know about the character of Babu Frik as you were creating this version? How long was the project from start to finish? Alexander Lathrop says, one of the amazing things about working for the Mattel Plush team is our speed to market. We began this project in January, almost a full month after the movie was released. Coincidentally, it was also one of the first projects I worked on when I started at Mattel. What a rookie year, busting out. Babu Frik. You didn't see Jordan do that. When I started designing, I already had seen Star Wars Rise of Skywalker in theaters and instinctively knew the character would be perfect for plush. Trust those instincts always, Alexander. I'm glad everyone else at Lucasfilm and Mattel thought so too, although the project was about 6 months from concept to completed sculpt, which is fairly impressive. Look at that guy. Look at him. I'm not even gonna like ruin his legacy by trying to do a impersonation. So that's cool on starwars.com. We'll end with, what's your favorite part of the finished product? Alexander says, I especially love how one of his eyes is squinting just a little bit. It makes me laugh every time I notice it. We also added really nice antique wash to his face and add some color variation and pop to all the wrinkles, as well as some really nice glossy plastic eyes that really draw your attention to the face. It's the little details like this that really bring our Babu to life. And Emily Lind with the scoop. Target gives the height as 10 inches, which I guess that is a life-size Babu Frik. I've got the, I had a look on the Target site, Emily, but I couldn't see the size. Oh no, 9-inch. Okay, yeah. Okay, great. The 9-inch Babu Frik. Can we get a sound clip? That's what I want to know. No, we can't get a sound clip. And, oh, I should actually say how much he is. 25 bucks. That's a good use of the license, and you know, a decent use of 25 bucks. Good to see. Hey, I saw this. I always love a Twitter poll. I've got to start doing them because they make good content, I think. Fandom, Get Fandom, the home of Wikipedia. They put up this one in response to Daisy Ridley's interview, which, oh, it's at Get Fandom, if I didn't say that. Which Rey would you have preferred the Star Wars sequel to settle on? So this got like 11,547 votes. Final results, 6.3% chose Rey Palpatine. So this is a little bit confusing because she was Rey Palpatine, then she was Rey Skywalker in the same film. So I think we can mix them together. But anyway, Rey Palpatine, 6.3%. Rey Skywalker was 11.3%. So that is 17.6, 18%. Let's just round it up. Let's play fair. 18% of respondents would have liked one variation of what was presented with your interpretation of the question in the actual movie. 26.9% said Rey Kenobi, and then 55.5% of almost 12,000 respondents said Rey Nobody. So yeah, that's that. That is that. But I'm going to jump over pretty soon, and let's check on it now. We've got Corey Wolfpack. Corey Van Dyke, he was on yesterday, the best. He's doing his World Suicide Prevention Day, which in Australia is called Are You OK Day, raffle donation, live stream with the Imperial Senate pod, Star Wars Explained, MGF Customs, the Sith List, and little old me. I'll be joining in just after this, but I want to see what's going on because we can just click on.
Because we're not doing ours?
Their thing.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we all have to. Oh God, this is all right.
This is getting
Everyone
confusing.
has to rate them.
All right.
Yes.
So
like I would say one.
Let me change this up. You have to give.
Luke.
Wait. Yeah, Noah. Noah, I need your help.
Oh yeah.
You're the.
okay. I got to sign in again over.
Probably the worst person at math here, but okay, let's go.
Great. Why don't we all have instead go?
Right there.
Everyone votes for their number one, and then we'll calculate it that way, and then start taking different options out. Great. You guys can see how prepared I was for the stream. So, who votes Darth Plagueis?
Here we go.
All right, we got one.
Okay, so we got one vote.
Jay votes
Sorry,
for Darth
Ross.
Plagueis.
That's the one that's not allowed to vote for Darth Plagueis.
All right, we are
Jay
in now.
votes for Darth Plagueis. We've got the Luke
Guys,
post
remember,
Return of
it's
the Jedi.
sorry,
series.
Noah. The post Return of the Jedi series.
I'm
sorry.
later, man.
Well, that is
So
automatically
we've got Corey Van
disqualified.
Dyke, Ross,
We've got
Alex,
Rogue Squadron,
Ali, Axel Perez,
All
it's
right.
Sal Perez,
Got one.
Noah Outlaw,
Tar
Harley
Vizsla
Imperial Senate,
backstory and
Yak
Mandalorian
Face,
Wars.
and Nikki from the Imperial Senate.
Okay, we've got one.
No,
wait,
that's
no,
a
I'm
really
voting
good
for that
one. That's a good one too.
We've
two.
got the
I'm
first
writing,
Jedi.
watch my live stream of this live stream.
This is going very
Yeah.
well. We've got Killing Sheev,
Yes.
and we've got Pod Racing.
Hey, my man.
I think about Ford versus Ferrari
So
Star Wars show.
literally every single one got one vote.
Much like
right.
Star Wars fans.
And they're all in
Yeah.
development because you promised.
All currently in development. Okay,
explained.
Post that on Reddit, everyone.
I still. But see, as CEO, I have to vote for one
All right,
right
so
now.
Emily's
one
saying
gets
in our
disqualified.
chat that this is going to be very confusing in podcast
wait,
form.
one gets
Dude,
disqualified?
it is so
No.
confusing
No, whatever
in
one
this
you
form.
picked would win.
Right.
I
Okay.
wonder, I,
I think we should replace Bob.
Disqualified, guys.
Oh my god.
I did not
Fire
plan
Bob
this out at
Iger.
all.
Hashtag fire Bob
I
Iger.
can't get Corey's attention.
Okay.
Or you could say Luke show and it'll
Trying
all
to
be
message
that.
Corey now. Corey, hey.
So I
I'm
have to
bootlegging
pick. Wow,
this.
this is a difficult decision for Bobby I here right now.
So Andre on chat says, "Is Ahsoka in all these shows?" Though I think she should be in every single one.
Ahsoka's in
Come on,
every
they're reading the
series, no
chat
doubt.
and they're not picking up on my bootleg
So
feed.
I have to be completely honest with you guys.
Glad Corey's
The
been
pod
honest.
racing thing, I think is good, but unfortunately, we had to change writers, and it's changed since, so it's gone. I'm sorry, Nikki.
Brie Larson's fault.
That's
Sorry,
right.
It's always Brie Larson's fault.
Killing
He almost
killing,
had a series.
killing Chev is very good.
Chev.
That's one of the clones. Chef
Johnson.
Chev.
He didn't quite turn out right.
That's
Chef
right. There's,
Palpatine.
there's Chev.
that's Ray's father's name.
Sizzle
What
Dizzle
about
says I
Chef
should
Palpatine?
wave a Funko Pop in Corey's
Chef.
direction.
Steele's in the chat. Steele, I need you here. You do this game better than me. Please come in here.
That's true. We did this on Steele's show and it was way smoother than this.
Okay, killing. I'm gonna hold that for a second. The First Jedi, Jay. I love the idea of that, but I think the world's not ready yet. I don't think the world's ready.
I think that's a movie.
Yeah,
I would
that's a
agree.
movie.
That's a
I think
trilogy,
that
I
is a
think.
movie. Yeah. So
Makes
well,
sense.
maybe that'll be for the next one.
I'm trying to get
Rogue
that's
Corey.
Ryan.
Squadron.
I would like to
This is Jason.
write in my
from Netflix.
contract the merchandising rights for that movie.
Okay. So you could be
Let's
the first one
analyze
to
what's in the
officially
background of
reveal
everyone's
all
stuff.
of it.
Yakface has got up all these
Rogue
vintage
Squadron, Alex.
Star
I'm
Wars
sorry,
toys.
it didn't make it the cut.
Oof.
This
He's
game is
flexing.
BS.
Nikki's got a door.
It just got big.
Noah's got a door.
Oh.
Charlie's very up close.
Can you block people on Zoom?
Killing
Yeah,
Sheev.
it's the button that says leave.
Just put a piece
Okay,
of
we'll
tape
get it
over
in a
his
month.
face.
All right, so
It's
I
fine.
am.
I feel like Killing Sheev
I'm
might
going
be
to
too
wrap it
violent
up,
for the
and
platform.
I will
but once we
No, it's
join,
pretty
like,
in with those guys. So come over
I think-
to
Killing Chev.
once we
run
upgrade to like
transmissions and
Disney
live
Plus
chat and help run
adult premium, we might be able to
help
do
raise
that.
some money
but
for
now it's
World
cut. I'm so
Civilization
sorry. So
Prevention
But you can cut
Day.
people in half with doors.
And
but
I will shut these
right.
guys
Stabbing a
off so I can wrap up. Thank you for watching along, having a bit of a looser day today. Tomorrow is the Patreon Q&A, which normally I record and then post up, but my day is freed up. So I will do that live with all the Patreon questions that we've gathered over the week, live at 12 midday Pacific, 3 Eastern, 2 Central. if you are enjoying what we're doing, please consider checking out the Patreon. You get all the audio for all the YouTube stuff, as well as all our back episode full shows for just $1 a month. And for $3, you get all our back episodes and ongoing bonus content. There's a new exclusive podcast for patrons at the $3 level every week. So thanks so much. Pop over to Corey's deal and have a good 24 hours. And I'll see you tomorrow.